The Cleveland Browns are a team that has been so desperate for a quarterback, they may have forced their hand into maybe the worst trade in NFL history. There's obviously some really bad ones, so you can argue away, debate away, but I think if the current trajectory continues, if it ends in some sort of Russell Wilson situation where he ends up on a different team for next to nothing, I would say it cements itself as a bottom 3 trade, not only draft pick wise, but obviously guarantees from that contract extension wise as well. Deshaun Watson has dropped down to a 75 overall in Madden. He was easily, arguably outplayed by a 38-year-old Joe Flacco, and in general, the guy just can't seem to stay healthy. Now, it's kind of a shame for this Cleveland Browns team. I'm not going to be crying about it because of certain real-life dilemmas, but it's because this team actually has a lot of talent, especially on defense, where it's been a pretty damn good defensive unit for many years now, basically ever since Myles Garrett was drafted. And they've got some really good offensive players. They added in Jerry Jeudy this offseason, and of course David Njoku the last few seasons has been getting better and better. He's all the way up to a 90 overall superstar in game. Offensive line has shifted around a little bit, but for the most part, it's been one of those top 10 offensive lines for a while now. Obviously, Amari Cooper's always kind of held his own, had some drop issues in his early career, but overall, he is a really good wide receiver. And then Nick Chubb, arguably, when healthy, is the best running back in the league. I know it's kind of Christian McCaffrey right now, it seems, but I think anyone would tell you very highly that Nick Chubb was probably the number 1 running back going into the 2023 season. Unfortunate season-ending injury. The run game for the Browns was still good, but Nick Chubb brings it to a whole nother level. And obviously, if Deshaun Watson ever stays healthy, ever plays like how he did his final season when he was with Houston, this is that team to beat besides the Chiefs. That is the potential chief killer, if you will. But obviously, there's a lot of ifs. Not only injury-wise, across the board, Jerry Jeudy's another one of those names, Deshaun Watson, and of course, Nick Chubb. I think that was kind of just a freak accident type thing. But also, some guys that have had some ups and downs. Of course, Wyatt Teller and Bitonio, they're usually great, but not always. Usually great. They're definitely the best 2 linemen on this team. Left tackle Wills, once upon a time, he was above average. Now it seems like he's kind of regressed a little bit. Of course, they have Conklin, but I'm going to start DeJuan Jones because he's 7 years younger, only 4 overalls lower, though. And then you move on to the defensive side where this is really where the team has been kind of held together for the most part. This is a really fierce defensive unit that is, of course, highlighted by Myles Garrett, who is an unbelievable pass rusher. You have Zadarius Smith, who when he's out on the field, he's obviously a great contributor with or without a guy like Myles Garrett. Cornerbacks, maybe the best room in the league. It's hard to say because Seattle's got some good players too. But Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, and Martin Emerson, they're a great trio. Maybe even arguably play Emerson at safety with that zone coverage. Maybe next season as a free safety or something. We'll see what happens there. As far as safeties go, not the best, but Delpit's pretty damn good. Thornhill's held his own for the Kansas City Chiefs for a long time. Joke's one of the better off-ball linebackers in the league, got paid a pretty favorable contract. A lot of memes on the internet about, well, this was Madden, it was about $30 million per year, damn it, which is probably pretty true. The rest, you got Jordan Hicks has been around the block for a while. He'll put in some solid time for you, but will he stay healthy? And then Devin Bush, he's got some takes online. That's all I can say. Defensive tackles, I mean, their run defense has been good enough, so even though Dalvin's been pretty good in the run, obviously, in his career, but even though there's kind of some unprovenness here, if you will, when it comes to, how much in the tank does Dalvin have left? What can Michael Hall bring in year 1? There are some question marks, but obviously, this is a solid-looking team on paper. But as far as a pure rebuild team goes, you do have a lot of core guys you'll need to replace, right? You need to replace both linebackers, the free safety for sure, DT1, left end 1, probably quarterback 1, wide receiver 1 and 2 probably, and then maybe a couple of linemen. And obviously on top of that, you're going to have contract salary issues. So this is one of those really good year 1 type teams, but you don't know what's going to happen because of the quarterback. But it's going to fall downhill pretty quickly. It's a team that I usually don't rebuild right away because their on-paper talent's great, but money does become a problem pretty early for this team, so we'll see how we can manage it, and can we actually get this Cleveland Browns team out of the meme category and the winning team category. That rhyme deserves a like and subscribe, and maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays. Hell yeah, baby. Anyways, let's get into this rebuild, and if you guys want to see more rebuilds, let me know in the comment section below what team you want to see next. That's about it. So we had a little bit of a... Oh my god, so we are broke as hell. What even happened with Nick Chubb in real life? Did they pay him like a 3 or something? I can see why Amari Cooper and whatnot goes to free agency a lot. They usually do find a way to get Chubb back, though, but... yeah, this is, like I said, a team that you would think on paper is like, they don't really need a rebuild, but you can already see that Amari Cooper is going to need to be replaced. Nick Chubb, not too far away from being replaced since he's 28 years old, coming off of a pretty significant injury. And then Wills, I don't know if he really feels worth it, and even if he does, we're broke. We lose Elijah Moore, who's young, Devin Bush, who was only like a bandage piece, he's going to be gone, and we're broke. It took 4 dev upgrades scenarios to finally get this. Martin Emerson is superstar dev. Finally. Wow, this was a dog season. I'll be real with you. It was not good. Of course, we have another 4 or 5 seasons or whatever you want to call it to not do bad. But here you go. With a 5-12 season, Cleveland did not play well. Nick Chubb cooked, but everyone else did not. So... did he really cook if he had to steal all the ingredients from everyone else? That was kind of a clever metaphor. Please don't think it sucks. I think it was pretty good. Let's take a look at stats and awards. Obviously, we know about a running back. Derek Carr apparently cooked off, too. Deshaun Watson, touchdown to pick ratio is great. Yards are decent. Maybe he's decent, just needs a better scheme. I'm not sure, but Jerry Jeudy was all right. Elijah was all right. Amari Cooper let us down. Njoku was all right for a tight end. And then, of course, we have the right guard, Wyatt Teller, who just does what he does. He does not allow people to get to this quarterback. Defensively, 2 guys over 100 tackles, which is nice. Sacks, Myles Garrett only at 10. 9 for Za'Darius. 10 sacks for Myles Garrett seems like a scam. Hall could go up and down. That's a lot of tackles for a loss. Emerson with 4 picks. He's already a superstar. I think he's going to play free safety for us, but we'll see. Hopkins was not good. Bjorquez, the punter, was... yearly awards, Mahomes wins the MVP. And then Mike Hall does win Rookie of the Year, which is not bad. So he'll go up in dev no matter what. No playoffs for us, but should have a couple of dev ups in there. And our DB set looks like it might be perfectly finished. Assuming we can afford everyone, put Martin Emerson at free safety. And we have ourselves the squad, I feel. But let's take a look at the Ravens versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl bird battle. Winner of that bird battle. I don't actually know. I would guess Ravens. You know, Ravens haven't always had this best success in finishing Super Bowls, but yeah, usually in Sim, the Eagles are even worse. Retirements, I mean, there was a couple of older players on this team. Maybe Za'Darius, perhaps. But let's take a look at the Browns' retirements. We see Shelby Harris has retired. Take a look at those dev ups that we were looking for. I mean, touchdown to pick ratio is great for Deshaun, but it wasn't a high enough volume, I don't think, to get a dev up. And then, of course, you could already see Amari Cooper drops down to an 87. Jerry Jeudy's an 84. What about defense? Mike Hall goes a superstar, which is great. Emerson is an 84 overall superstar corner. Probably going to be moving to free safety, like we said. Look at that zone coverage. It's great. Any other players went up in development, potentially linebacker? Bush goes up to star. I don't think that's going to really change much, though, as he, of course, is 27 years old now, needs a contract. I don't even know if we can afford Nick Chubb, let alone Amari Cooper, let alone Devin Bush. So we're going to go ahead and see if it is possible. See if there's anyone we could release or something like that. If not, as you can see, $10 million in salary. Did they just... because Nick Chubb does go to free agency every once in a while, but a lot of times he doesn't. Did they wow, he already dropped down so hard, too. Did they just tag him? I don't think they can afford that, though. Amari's too expensive for his regression. Wills isn't actually terrible, but he gave up a lot of sacks anyways. Elijah Moore's not bad either. Yeah, this team's just going to be losing some players, but let's see if we can do anything to potentially keep Nick Chubb, even if it's just for another year. I really do feel like regression probably needs to be toned down slightly, though. Like, I get it, you know, the top-end running backs are usually the guys that survive, but you don't even get that in this game, right? Like, you kind of just have to die as a running back if you're older. Well, really just any position if you're older for the most part, other than maybe, like, DTDN somewhat. Yeah, let's see if we can do anything to save Nick Chubb for at least another season if possible. I got rid of the backup tight end, but I got to be honest with you, the majority of the players seem like they're kind of locked in. Like, yeah, you could take some penalties to get rid of some players, but it's not really saving you a whole lot in the long run. I mean, I guess you can get rid of Conklin 1-1, but do we need him? We might even need him. Wyatt Teller is obviously not a guy I'm going to be willing to get rid of. Mari Cooper, Juan Thornhill, Batonio. I mean, a lot of these guys I just don't want to get rid of. So, like, at best, Okoronkwo, maybe. Does he really save you that much? No. Do you take a big hit? Yes. Is there anyone we can, like, I guess maybe Myles Garrett restructure? I would like to get, like, just a little bit of money this year. After this year, it's not going to matter because Nick Chubb will be gone probably just based on regression. So, okay. I love when I back out too far on accident. So, I'll do a 1 year for sure if he's willing. A 1 year 12 is not that bad, so I'm willing to do it. I hate him. What's the tag? Oh, it's not that bad. Hell yeah, dude. Running backs. Hell yeah to running backs not getting paid that much. Woo! Well, that much compared to other positions, sort of. We're talking about the grand scheme of life. It's not so bad. But yeah, we're going to be losing a few players, but we keep Chubb. That's the main goal. Main goal. I don't care about player meetings. Just going to be asking about, do you think you can win the draft? Hey, 80 overall in the first round? Yeah, no? Okay, you suck at drafting. It's like, relax, dude. It's not that easy. Free agency, though, Mark Cooper, you almost always see him in free agency. And once again, now I really understand why. We have 20 mil, but a lot of that needs to go to, filling up the roster that has holes. And then obviously the rookie reserve, I believe, is factored into that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's a couple of names, I will admit, but overall, I think we're fine. I think we're going to ignore free agency and fill through the draft. Which hopefully, I wouldn't even say hopefully, but might be a QB. It's tough because in Madden, what do? Like Deshaun Watson stuck as a 76 overall. Do I boost him because he had a really good year? Do I make him an 80 overall? I think that's really the only way you can do something like this. So I'll make him an 80 overall. I'll still be looking for quarterback. If there's an option to, I will replace him. If not, he'll be our quarterback as, I don't freaking know, 80 overall. I think 20 touchdowns, 5 picks is probably deserving of an 80. The volume's a little low, but, okay, 77, close enough. I can't really be bothered. Wide receivers, they got youth, but no one really that's going to stand above the rest, in my opinion, as far as offensive line goes. Who the hell was our left tackle? Oh, yeah, it was Wills. Okay, that's why I was thinking in my head when I was going to release Conklin. I was like, do I need Conklin? Yes, I do. So, yeah. We're going to be moving Emerson to free safety, I think. We need a lot of position. Michael Hall. Keep calling him Michael Hall. He's going to punch me in the nose. Mike Hall, goated. If you can get a young DT to have a season, I don't know why it's that position specifically, and I only have the sliders on 120%. The upgrades accelerate to the moon. So it's a pretty damn good problem to have. There is some really, really good players here. One of them being a quarterback. We have multiple quarterbacks. We have Hobart, who is a top 5 projected with a true talent of 1. And then you have Dickens, who is a round 1 projected with a true talent of 1. Hobart, I think, looks a little bit better. Elite throw power with a bunch of great ratings. I think Dickens is great. And then you also have the other problem, which he probably will go number 1 overall, of a potential generational DT. As you can see, a bunch of A's, insanely athletic. I'd be shocked if he wasn't. Pretty much guaranteed to be a generational. I'm a little disappointed about that wide receiver, though, so I'm not sure what I want to do there. I was going to go, hopefully, quarterback 1, and then, in the second round, we go Babber. We trade up for him, potentially. Don't know. He looks athletic, but that 2 to 3 talent grade when he's a 1 to 2 is a little worrisome, so we'll see. Also want to see what Denver does here. If they take QB, that'd be really strange, but I'd probably be forced to take that DT anyways, and they don't take the DT. I'm going to see if Washington's willing to trade with me. They don't need a QB, but maybe they're not sold that we're going to take QB. Maybe they're like, hey, they might not take QB after all. I mean, they're going to give me a second round 2 years from now. If it's possible to just take one now, I'll do it. They don't need QB. DT is sort of a need for them. Imagine pairing that generational guy with, Jonathan Allen. That would be insane. Not sure if that's the route they're going to go. It says QB's in need, which is weird, but I'm willing to trade back a spot. I'm willing to do it. If they want to give me a second-round pick, that would be filthy. I doubt they do, though. And they do. Okay. I'm pulling that reverse Chicago Bears. I mean, I got multiple options. They don't even take the other guy either. Buccaneers could take QB, though, so I am going to be taking the quarterback, Trent Hobart, with this pick. I think we did a really good job getting that second-round pick, getting a quarterback that hopefully is hitting. He's 7 in true talent. He's a A-plus guy. Former high school power forward, excels on intermediate throws and quick processing. He is hidden. He's got great throw power. He's either Frankenstein or a Frankenstein that works for the mob, something like that. D injury, which is weird, but looks great. QB1. And of course, that wide receiver, he kind of disappointed me, so I'm going to go all the way to the next round. And we're just going to take whoever is there. Of course, we have back-to-back picks with that crazy trade down with the value we got. Babber is still there. We got Westbrook the DT, but I'm kind of not Westbrook. We have Pleasant the DT, but I'm willing to take Westbrook in the third round. I think because we're desperate at wide receiver, I'm going to take Babber anyways. You know, he looks pretty good. Deep route doesn't look great, but athletic. He's got some pretty damn good ratings, injuries, and F, but looks good to me. Looks good to me. I'm going to take a chance on him. He is 52 in true talent. Ooh, he is normal dev. Damn, I thought I was doing something. But I wasn't. The only thing I was doing was selling, apparently. Free safety, don't need one, but I'm always, looking for the best of the best. That is not one of them. That is not a guy I'm looking for. 2 to 3 wide receiver. Peyton, I think, was pretty damn raw, but yeah, he's got a little bit of speed. Yeah, I'm not really liking that. Not liking that at all. DT, Westbrook had an A finesse, C block shed. You're getting that hit or miss with the dev. I suppose that's for all players. Obviously, the wide receiver we had could have easily been hidden as well. And you have Pleasant, who he's really strong. And I think his rating might have changed. Because I remember seeing his strength and his speed. Maybe I did it by strength and speed, and that's why I put him on the list. But I think Westbrook's the better option, so we're going to wait on him. And then we've got some linemen here. We could use multiple linemen, but do I take someone this high? Probably not, right? We also could use running back in the future. Jelani Marshall, he's fast. A juke move is actually pretty good. You know what? Call me crazy. I'm going to take Jelani Marshall. 12 in true talent. Hidden dev. I think we have running back of the future. I think we have found him. I really wasn't expecting to take Marshall there at all. And he was just kind of sitting there. I was kind of like, you know what? I might take this guy. Probably should have traded down because we can get some more value. We need a lot of other positions, and I kind of maybe sold us by not going for that. But linebacker, we can get away with just one linebacker, and for linemen, there's a lot of different options. I'm not sure what I want to do just yet. It seems like all the linemen are all literally super short, so you might as well take Slaughter, I guess. It's a 2 to 3. I'm going to take Matthew Slaughter. 2 to 3 with a 53 grade. Thankfully, he is hidden dev. 88 strength, not bad. We could have done better, though. Let's go to the next round where hopefully we can grab a linebacker. We can get away with just having one linebacker. I don't want to trade much in the future because I don't know what kind of draft pick we're going to have. The linebacker when he was a day 3. Wow, okay, I didn't expect that to happen. I guess it really wouldn't have mattered because I would have gone into this assuming he would have been there. So, he would have just shown up right in front of me without me noticing anyways. Claxton, B finesse. He's not that fast, but could he be one of those special types? What do we got? I mean, I think you either take the center. I'm gonna take center. Cleveland. Yeah, screw it. Just hoping for the best. 68 true talent. That sucks. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Moving to the 6th round where we might be able to grab wide receiver. Not getting that linebacker does kind of suck. I wonder how good he was. I mean, it's not like he was amazing, but he was pretty athletic, so there might have been something there. And as far as who we got left, I'm going to probably go with Gore, just because you don't really need a running back too bad. Not that we really need a wide receiver that much either, but technically more. 91 speed, 97 excel I saw there. See if the running back's there, though. Anyways, obviously if he's there, I'll take him, but I'm not super pushed on him. I need to trade up for him or anything. I just saw Barkley. He's definitely not there. 1 to 2 in the first round. Cobb, 6 foot tall. Why not? Even though he's 23, I don't really care. True talent of 144, normal dev, 95 speed, 96 excel. Well, we got all the wide receivers we need, I'll tell you that much. Probably going to trade this pick down. And, of course, the easiest find of all time. A accuracy, elite kick power. 13th in true talent, Skylar Folds. 99 kick power, generational kicker. Sweet. Hands down, the easiest good players to find is those superstar-type kickers. Is the quarterback going to be starting over Deshaun Watson? Oh, yes, he is. 78 overall. Yeah, that's a pretty damn good quarterback. Not kicker. The kicker was 77. He's pretty good in fairness as well. But Yeah, this guy's good. Average sense of pressure, really? He's a 78 overall. This guy's good. This guy could be superstar. He could be, or he's one of those high overalls that just happens to be star dev. Or, yep, he's got something after the superstar, though. Superstar X Factor. I think that's the first one we have drafted this year, at least quarterback-wise. I think we have had a generation. Surely we've had a generational, like, X Factor type, right? Surely. The running back 77 overall as well. I forgot how good this draft was. Obviously, we had picked 2 overall, but still. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. His injury toughness is a little worrisome, but all the catching traits, great base ratings. Just not a good dev, really. I mean, he's way better than a 73 overall. I'm not really sure where they get these overalls from. I've never understood it. Jelani Marshall, 96 juke move. Of course, he's not going to be generational, but you never know what his dev could be. 96 juke move is unbelievable. This draft has been great. Let's take a look at that dev. Superstar, maybe? Damn, I was really hoping for superstar, but either way, it looks like we've got our future running back. He's already almost 99 juke move. He hasn't even played a snap. That's insane. Don't have the dev of the offensive alignment. That's fine. What other players did we grab? We got a different center. He was not bad at all. And we don't really care about these guys too much. And then kicker. I guess I kind of want to look at that accuracy, which is 85. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a superstar. He's a good player. Got ourselves a bunch of new starters and future starters. See if that quarterback can have a year for us. That middle linebacker was good. How many generationals were in this class? Because even Davis looks like he's a generational. 86 finesse, 87 speed. I'm not going to guarantee that he was, but I would argue it, right? I'd say so. And he is. Take a look at that middle linebacker. I haven't really paid attention too much to the high overall middle linebackers. I kind of see their athleticism is usually not that great, and I'm like, I don't care. Very smart, great block shed, pretty damn good coverage ratings. Press kind of sucks. He's got really smart attributes, so once again, this could go either way. Is he an X Factor? He is an X Factor. I don't know if our guy is an X Factor. These two you can easily argue X Factor because they're overall with the dev. This guy for sure. This is a goated class. I mean, I'll definitely take it, especially at quarterback. The X Factor being, I mean, that was unexpected. Quarterbacks, you usually don't get X Factor very often. But we have 4 X Factors in this class minimum. This has been a crazy good class. What else do we have? 79 for steal. I didn't even know there was a good wide receiver like this. Maybe his overall speed wasn't that good. The release is crazy, though. This guy genuinely could be an X Factor, too. I would guess superstar, though, but you never know. Star dev. Okay, a little disappointed for the Buccaneers. But yeah, this was a really good class for us specifically, and obviously the rest of the teams that drafted the way they did. We had 3 guys in the top tier. So this is how you would get that you draft a 75 plus in the 5th round or later is the kicker, right? It's the only gem you really can get. Everyone else is much lower than a 75. Kicker, punter. Those are really the best bet. Maybe fullback. Here we go for Season 2. We decided to start Slaughter because he is, hidden dev. Want to develop the youth while we can. Jerry Jeudy, is he 27 now? Please tell me he's not 28. 26? He actually was less than I thought. That's great. We love to see that. Of course, Baber is going to be a wide receiver too. Hobart, Frankenbert, QB1, obviously X Factor, didn't matter. 78 overall, was going to start every day of the week. He's literally a higher overall than Watson after we buffed Watson. We buffed him. I'm going to end up releasing him after this season. We could do it now, so if it comes down to needing a contract for somebody and we can't afford it, we could just release him now, so we might end up doing it. It's a little weird, but it makes sense, I suppose. Emerson makes that role change to free safety. He's an 84 overall there. We need new linebackers. I don't know how anyone let me come out of the draft with Briggs as our DT2, but he is going to be because he's 24. He's got a chance to develop similar to Hall, I suppose. But yeah, we completely whiffed on Westbrook. I don't know why I just completely forgot about him, but I did. We got more to draft specifically on the defensive side of the ball, but we're looking still vastly improved, especially at QB1. So Mike Hall has made his way to X Factor status, apparently. Oh, we got the freebie. Okay, that's sweet. Having another pretty bad season despite having an X Factor quarterback, Martin Emerson. We are going to try and lock this contract up. He is a top-tier free safety with those ratings. Could go back to corner potentially, but as of right now, he's a 6-year, $78 million quarterback. Thought David Njoku was signed to a longer-term deal. Maybe not. 4-year, 66? Really? At 29 years old, it's not enough? I feel like that's kind of lies. Greg Newsome, 5-year deal worth $57 million. That is really cheap for us, I can't lie. Wyatt Teller, we'll see. Za'Darius is pretty much guaranteed to be gone, so is pretty much everyone else. Yeah, I'd probably rather keep Wyatt Teller over Joel Bitonio, so I guess. And then, of course, Nick Chubb, if he regressed as hard as he did last year, you can only imagine it's going to get worse. So Wyatt Teller will give a 2-year deal to. We'll try to finish the contract on him and Njoku, and when Watson's gone, we'll be way in the clear. Yeah, like I was saying, another bad season. Unfortunately, we re-signed Njoku, we re-signed Wyatt Teller, but had another bad year. Changed the scheme halfway through the year. Seemed to change literally nothing. Myles Garrett did well, though, keeping the same Brown scheme going. Disappointed. The numbers were really bad. I mean, the quarterback played really badly. 19 touchdowns, 15 interceptions as an X factor, who is already higher overall than Deshaun Watson, mind you. Chubb wasn't that good. Receiving, Jerry Jeudy was pretty good, but everyone else was very mid. It's really sucky that it's crazy how this Madden, the meta playbooks matter even more than previous years. It's insane how it's like we're regressing. Like, there's some things that are actually genuinely improved, like, some different draft logics, fantasy draft, through, CPU generated regular draft, rookie draft. But then you have stuff like that where the playbooks, they even seem worse than before. Now you have to run the metas to have any sort of success. I actually ran the Jaguars in this one, and it wasn't even that good. Yet the Jaguars are doing well, so I don't even know what to tell you. They really want this just to be full-on meta playbooks. It's all about them predicting the Super Bowl based on the teams in real life, and that's why the teams like the Cowboys and the Chiefs and the Dolphins and all the teams that have good rosters in real life, their sims are always really good. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Chiefs. Take a look at retirements. I think we could have had like a few, like potentially like Za'Darius, which we didn't. Patrick Peterson retires ringless from us, unfortunately. But let's take a look at the dev-ups if we even had any. Take a look at that offense. Of course, obviously the quarterback's max. Chubb dropped down to an 87. Marshall's the new starter. Baber didn't go up in dev, unfortunately. Jerry Jeudy's in 86 overall, so he didn't go up like at all, it feels. His overall just didn't move, it seems. Anyone else defensively? Maybe a linebacker or something? I don't think so. Ward went up in dev. Ward and Diabate, but I mean, other than that, really not much going on. Ward, I suppose, is pretty clutch because, he was superstar, and even as an X Factor, you regress hard. So if you're not even X Factor, then it's really bad. But yeah, wide receiver didn't really go up. So wide receiver is at 150 XP percentage because it just seems like that's a position that really doesn't go up quickly, despite, other positions definitely going up quicker this year. Let's take a look at negotiations. We took care of everyone I think we needed to take care of. Nick Chubb and Za'Darius are pretty big losses, I'll admit, but we have the replacement for running back, and then Za'Darius was draft a replacement for in the first round. Linebacker, maybe. Do we do it? What's his actual ratings? He is... Damn, that coverage is raw, though. Yeah, let's move on from him as well. I don't even know if we have the facilities for this, but we'll try, especially with a high draft pick. Outside of edge, we'll probably be trading down, so if there's no decent edge, we will trade down. Free agency, we're not going to spend money in, but there's a couple of options. To be fair, Nick Chubb's not really even asking for that much per year, but I think we're fine. Aubrey's a superstar kicker, which is interesting. Yeah, I mean, you give you a glance at what we're looking at, maybe Jameson Williams, but outside of him, who I am actually a little interested in now that I think about it, I don't think we'll spend money, but he actually had a pretty good last 2 seasons, to be fair. I mean, Jameson might make the list. Baber does have potential still, though. Do we go for wide receiver? Jameson Williams has potential. We do a 3-year deal worth 36. We have money left over because we're going to get rid of Watson in a second anyways. I think we got ourselves a new wide receiver, 2. Works for me. Can even argue Jerry Jeudy's been the best wide receiver in the team, though. But to say, you could argue that Jerry Jeudy at the slot wouldn't be bad, but yeah. Of course, Deshaun Watson we're going to get rid of right now, save a bunch of money, even though he was technically a lot better than Hobart was, but you obviously know the future is Hobart. All right, we are back in the draft. We have pick number 6. Obviously, I'm not going to be trading up because we just really need an edge rusher, which there should be multiple there. 3 have went, but I usually like to actually go with an outside linebacker edge rusher, as I usually get my best results when I do that. So Stewart is probably the number 1 look at the moment. 6'4", 21 years old. Pretty fast. I scouted him further, but it didn't really tell me fully. I'm going to have to look at all my options because, I mean, that power move's probably an A, but I don't know for a fact. What about Peoples? B power move, B finesse. He's actually, or block shed, he's actually a bigger dude. Wagner, he's, kind of hybrid-ish. Power moves up there, pretty athletic. I still think I like that outside linebacker the most. Yeah, I mean, I think the options aren't the best. Joseph Stewart's going to be my guy round 1. Please be hidden. That's all I ask. Oh, no. Okay, he's hidden, though. He is hidden. So he might be the lower overall, but he's hidden dev. He's an edge rusher. He might not be the highest, but he'll, jump in overall as well. Oh, I should have went for a DT, actually. But, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We are living. We're living life. Don't you worry about that one bit. Need a DT. We got a bunch of 2 to 3s. I'm not even going to move down for these guys. I'm just going to grab whoever's the better of the 2. Winslow, he's really fast, decent strength. And then we have Mentor, who is, similar in style. I think Mentor's a little bit more well-versed. So, what about the tackle, actually, from Winslow? Was it an A? Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, we're definitely going to be going Mentor. I don't know who's better. I don't even know when they're going to go. They could easily go 20. I'm just going to grab what I need. David Mentor. Oh, no. Hidden dev, though. The true talents are terrible. Maybe this class is just goated, though. Maybe that's what it is. But, yeah, we got lucky. 2 guys now that are hidden dev that have not so great, especially where we're taking them, true talent grades. You also have this guy. He's a round 1 tight end. He doesn't even look bad. I mean, we don't need him at all, so I'm just not going to grab him. But he looks pretty good to me. We need multiple linebackers. Bruce Dawson looks great, so that's going to be linebacker 1. True talent of 45. Hidden dev. We love to see it. And then I think we're going to take a look at who is remaining and then trade up for the last of the bunch, because we still need another linebacker, I'm pretty sure. So Howard versus Batch. So far, Howard looks better. And I would probably say that Howard is better with the block shed and everything. So, I mean, I don't really hate either of them, though. Batch, he's 21 years old. I do actually hate this guy. He's really fast, though. And then what about Howard? How fast was Howard? Oh, we got day 3s. Oh, we got day 3. Oh, they're both fast. So we're going to just move down until we're down to just 1. I do like this guy. Do you future trade? Do we need a line? We kind of might need it. Let me take a look, see if we have any starter needs. If we do, we got to trade up for that guy, I think. Technically not. Zinter was a star dev since the F when? Since when? We do need another lineman, though, because not only is Conklin expensive, but he is getting older. I don't know. I guess we just keep trading down until one of the linebackers is there. Or I should say linebackers is last there. All right, we trade up to the Packers, a 5th and a 6th this year to move up like, I don't even know, 20 spots, something similar then, maybe 20, 25 spots. Either way, they took the trade, and we're going to be going with Mr. Benjamin Batch. Very raw, but very fast. I would have probably rather have Howard, but I'm still willing to take Batch. Normal dev, but look at those ratings. Looks pretty good to me. We got ourselves 2 new linebackers that are likely going to be starting, and we're going to move on to our 5th round pick. Don't really feel like anyone else is really worth trading up for, and it would have been a crazy trade up anyways. Doubt anyone's there, but we gotta keep all options open, which sadly there really aren't any. And now at this point, it's either a trade down or an athleticism player. And even though this guy doesn't look that great and he's probably going to suck, he's got a decent 40 time, so I'll grab him. I would suspect, though, probably like 88 speed. Yeah, 88 speed. That left side's solid. It definitely takes away from that 40 a bit, but I mean, I needed a backup safety anyway, so why not in the 6th round? Late 6th round, mind you. Or 5th round. Was it 5th round, 6th round? I don't even know, but it don't matter to me. And then I'm going to take Randall Holloman because he has some decent ratings, and I think he can make for a decent tight end. So I'm going to have him at backup tight end. Randall Holloman, 157. Looks built like a tight end to me. But that is going to be the draft class. Take a look at how much we sold, because those 2 first picks, very high in each round. And of course, the Titans took a running back number 1 overall. It's kind of crazy. But, yeah, pretty low true talents. 73 and 70. Kind of expected something around that. Joseph Stewart, though, looks great. I mean, if that's a 73 overall late true talent grade, that's fine by me, especially if it is higher than star. And he's not higher than star, but he will be our new left end. Either way, we've got ourselves a hidden dev starting edge rusher. Then we have David Mentor, who's obviously going to start. Also, I mean, we've talked about this for how many years of rebuilds now, and it's like back and forth of usually people don't really care. Usually people even want to see them. I even get people mad at me for not showing them, but I get people that randomly ask me, why do I show the dev? I mean, I really just think the counter to that is, why not? You know, like, personally, I feel like as a viewer, I prefer seeing the devs right now because you can't actually cheat at that point. Like, it's actually impossible. I think. Once again, I don't know, there might be a way to do it, but let's see. I'm pretty sure, you know, let's see the dev. What's his dev? Star dev. So we back out after looking at his dev, and we see that he is still, you know, hidden dev. We don't know. But if I were to change his dev, I believe, which I suppose you could probably change their devs before you even draft them. But if you change their dev, I'm pretty sure it'll change it right away. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe this is going to make me look stupid as hell. And yeah, it shows his dev is superstar dev. So if I change it back to star, I'm pretty sure it will show up as star and not hidden. So if you change devs to boost devs, you know, you can do that easily without checking them. Because, you know, if I say, oh, look at all these guys, they're hidden, and then you only get to see the dev after they reveal themselves, I mean, you're not going to be seeing the very moment they reveal themselves, right? So, I mean, you could easily change the dev to whatever you want. But yeah, in general, there's really not a point not to show the devs, and that's the way I look at it. Maybe you guys want me to not show them anymore. If you do, just let me know in the comment section below. But personally, I think there's really no downside and only upsides to showing the development trait right away. As once again, it doesn't really influence our decisions ever. You know, me not knowing that a quarterback was X Factor, would that have changed me from starting the younger, higher overall QB over Deshaun Watson? Yeah, it would not have. So it's kind of irrelevant. Let's take a look at these edge rushers that we could have had. And yeah, I mean, realistically here, wow, this is the guy they took number 1 overall. 87 speed, good stiff arm, but 87 speed was enough for them to be like, yeah, bring him on, number 1 overall. That honestly, I know he's an X Factor, but that honestly might be the first time I've ever actually seen running back go number 1 overall. They just simply usually don't. Of course, we got our edge there. The other edges were just as low of an overall as our guys, so it really didn't matter there. It just wasn't that good of a draft class, which makes it even worse that the guys we grabbed were so low in true talent. But either way, they were hidden. They were winners. Year 2 did not treat us well, but year 3 could be different. Zach Zinter literally came from the abyss. I don't know where he came from. I seen him on the roster. I thought he was normal dev. Apparently star dev. I'm not going to say anything, though, because I'm happy that he's star. We added Jameson Williams, so this team is still kind of struggling to get that wide receiver core down. Jerry Jeudy, please just get a dev up, dude. Just, I'm begging you, please. Of course, Marshall's the new starting running back. Glad we grabbed him. Frankie over here is still QB1, and Joker dropped to 1 overall. We signed him to a 4-year deal. I'm worried. D-line looks great longevity-wise. Hall's an X Factor, which is insane. DBs are goated. Linebackers looking good for the future, but we don't know about Joke. They paid him in real life. Oh, actually, I didn't even think about it. Is real life contract in here? And even if it is, I think that was only a 3-year anyways. Where's that contract? Okay, we're good. We're good for another year-ish. Sweet. Change up the scheme, didn't do a damn thing. We have $129 million. Myles Garrett, we're going to sign him to a 4-year. You're retiring here, buddy. You're retiring as sad as Joe Thomas retired. I'm sorry to say, but it's happening. Delpit, yeah, nobody wants to be here. Literally, no. Everyone wants to win, and nobody wants to be here. DeJuan Jones, maybe. We actually do have a lot of money, so DeJuan Jones probably $84 million. Do we pay him? Do we pay the DeJuan? Yeah, why not? 4-year 70. Boom. Didn't even need to give him that money, but I just wanted to be more even. Into the playoffs, and guess who isn't there? It is not us. Yeah, this team is harder to rebuild than I thought. I mean, it's not like the players are bad. It's just the team is playing that way. As you can see, we did not have a great year. We went 4-13 to be exact. I like that cool little like tackle leader graphic. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we have been losing games left and right, which is why I said, didn't want to trade up too hard. What do you do from here, though? Like, what do we draft? Like, Jameson Williams on the team now. Jerry Jeudy's already on the team, so nobody we draft is going to be better than those two right out the gate. Hobart's been ass. I don't understand what is wrong with, like, how they give us an X factor and he's just not good. I don't understand that. That makes no sense. It's just stupid. Marshall, he's okay, but, he's a youngster. It's going to always be painful. Jeudy over 1,000 yards, which is great. Jameson was decent for, what we've seen so far. Njoku and Babber, sure, I guess. But yeah, it's been frustrating. It's been a frustrating one. Myles Garrett had a regression. Hull, good enough for a DT. Dawson really showed up, even though we're in a 4-3. Stewart was all right for a rookie. Ward, 4 interceptions. Folds wasn't very good, even though he's supposed to be a god. It's just like they throw names in a hat and they just pick one at random on who gets to do well. It has nothing to do with their ratings or not. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dawson, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, just another really disappointing year, and it's starting to get a bit annoying. Take a look at those retirements. Someone said renegotiations. That's not what we're looking for. Did we have anyone? I would retire even if I was in my prime, if I was stuck on this team. We are underperforming like mad. Did we look at any of the dev ups? I don't think we did. Offensively, maybe Jerry Jeudy. That'd be so clutch. Come on, Jerry. Damn. Especially as an 88 overall. He maybe could have actually stuck around for an extra 2 seasons, but we'll see what happens now. What did Jameson do? 85, 80, yeah, 85 overall. It's not bad. What was Njoku? 86. Ugh, I don't like that. Dawson's a superstar. And Batch did not go up in dev, unfortunately, but the team looks okay. It's just it's not winning. 88 overall is really good for a team that keeps going under like 6 wins. It's actually pretty damn impressive, but let's go for those re-signings, see if we got anybody. I'm pretty sure we took care of pretty much everyone, though. Which 80 mil, it's all backups at this point, which, I guess left tackle we need a new one of, and Bjorquez will re-sign if he wants to, but need a new left tackle, and what else do we really need? Another linebacker, maybe? I guess wide receiver. Outside of me trading for a proven wide receiver, I'm not really sure what we do to upgrade that position, anytime soon. Tyler Smith. Oh, I wasn't expecting to pay Tyler Smith, but considering we can pay him this and then play him at tackle anyways, I think it's worth it. Let's see if we can get him. See, we have a lot of money, and more importantly, I really just want a high overall tackle. Is that too much to ask for? I'm willing to do something kind of crazy. 2-year 27. 2-year 27. 2-year 27 per. Lee McNeil, don't really need him. Yeah, we need a tackle. So, do I pay him $30 million per? That might actually be, considering the market, kind of down. We got all that money, why not? Please tell me this is going to go into the green. How can I offer that much and it's still not in the green? That's insane to me. How is it not in the green? 2-year 64 and it's still not in the green. Okay, sure, whatever happens, happens. We're on the top, but we're probably not going to get him. Yay, he took a 2-year 45 instead of a 2-year 66 or 64, whatever. Realism. Totally realistic. That would happen. All right, so we make a pretty big trade. We end up trading Thrash, a first-round pick, and a fourth-round pick to the Steelers for their late first-round pick and George Pickens. Quarterback is absolutely in need of theirs. Right now, they have Will Levis, of all players, and they need a QB. I don't know if they're going to actually draft one. That's not my problem. That's EA's problem. But they need QB. Having a wide receiver when your team is never going to do anything because your quarterback sucks is irrelevant. We need a wide receiver. I grab Pickens. I don't care what anyone says. This seems like a realistic trade piece. I feel like a guy like Pickens, if the winning continues to be a problem and it doesn't happen, I could see him maybe demanding a trade or something. Because, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that quarterback situation in Pittsburgh is going to be feasible for much longer if things don't turn around. He definitely could ask for his way out. Tight end's definitely a problem for us, though. We have paid a lot of money for that position. I just didn't feel like the draft was worth taking someone anywhere near number 2, and obviously getting 23 back with Pickens is a great trade. So we will walk with that, utilize 23, and have that great wide receiver 1. Obviously, he's only star dev, so we do need a dev up. Otherwise, he'll start regressing soon as well. And, well, it could be a really bad trade in the long run. But, yeah, we're hoping as a wide receiver 1, for us at least, that he will be able to put up some superstar dev-worthy numbers. But outside of wide receiver, we still need an O-line. Linebacker, possibly. Sort of corner in case, we can't afford the duo we got going on right now. And just in general, we have Ward getting older and older. Wide receiver Barnett was actually on my list, but I don't think he will be anymore. We have that 6'9" wide receiver. I'll put Barnett on the list still, just in case. Nah, there's no point. We don't need him. We just don't need him. Jameson Williams is number 3, and he's pretty good. So, I mean, we're kind of keeping up with the trend of Cleveland trading and signing other teams' players, right? Mari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy. Very common trend for this team. Very on-brand behavior. But yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't think we're going to be spending many high draft picks unless we're going to future-proof corner, which I suppose with a guy like Khalil Spruce, we probably should. Maybe that late first-round pick, we take him or trade down to 32 so we can get that 5th-year option. This guy also looks really good, too. I mean, I don't really need much more. Those are kind of like the positions. Let's scout this guy as well. Wait, is that not enough? That's still not enough? Oh, my God. We have unlimited scouting potential. Here we go, pick 23 in the draft. If anything, we'd be trading down, like we said, with Spruce. So if we can try to trade down to the Chiefs, I really don't even care what it is because we should be pretty guaranteed to get him. Chiefs, you got any offers for us? Nope, of course not. Philadelphia is getting me close enough, though. 31 is great. We get a 3rd-round pick on top of it. Why not? What are they going to grab? They grab Doug Farrell. Fair enough. And with pick 31, I think we're going to be reaching a little bit and grabbing Spruce to get that 5th-year option on top of it. What are these top 5 talents? QB. Oh, we got a round 1 running back. Is he worth it? I don't think so. I think it's a lie. And Bartow is also a freaking 1-to-1. Oh. I mean, we could probably get both, so why not? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so we're going to grab Spruce and then probably the other safety. Khalil Spruce is going to be our guy, 4.33. He's super fast. Why not? 7 true talent and dev. A little surprised he wasn't normal dev because of how good his true talent was, but no, he's just a really good player. Our next pick is pick 2 overall. We've been selling. What can I say? And with this pick, I'm actually going to grab the safety. That safety looks really good. Mr. Ferguson, I think he was fast. B-zone coverage. Ooh, not as fast as I thought, though. Not as fast as I thought at all. And the other safety is still there. Barlow. He's a lot faster, round 1 or 2. I'm going to take the guy. I don't care. I'm going against the true talent grade. We got a hidden dev. I don't really even care. As long as you get hidden, you're a winner. That's how it works. We need technically a linebacker. We definitely need a lineman, though. We have back-to-back picks here, which is great to do it. Maybe we get 2 linemen if we're lucky. Offensive line. Oh, we don't even have that many choices. We're lucky to even have Hopkins there. Thank you, Hopkins, for existing. Unless you're normal dev, then I'm not happy with you. 25 in true talent. I'm not happy with you. I mean, it wasn't a deep class, but still, man. And, of course, you have this dude, day 3, who's a freaking 2-to-3. Do we go with a linebacker? Probably. Let's just go by speed. Oh, my God, where are we? Where are we? Linebackers, 4.52, 4.47. Henry Harris, how does he look? Pretty damn good, if you ask me. Great speed, great change of direction. And then you have, was it Stewart? You do another Stewart on the team, potentially. I think he's a little bit better. Jamarcus Stewart, 51 in true talent. Hidden dev, that's a win. And we do not have a 4th-round pick. That kind of sucks. I think we trade up for the lineman if he's there, which he is, but even then, he's a freaking center. He's like a true center. There we go. We trade the rest of our draft class to move up with the Cardinals, which is going to be a center that we probably don't even need unless the center we got already. No, the center we got already is short as well. Not sure how we're going to make this work, but he looks good, so why not? True talent, 85. Of course, also normal. Wow, yikes. Haven't really been drafting the hidden dev lineman too well lately. Draft recap. Everyone's looking pretty good. 76 overall for the cornerback, Khalil Spruce. Future-proofing the cornerback position. 1 not needed player at a time, I suppose. Let's take a look at what that dev looks like. Star dev. Almost always star, though. When do we ever get, like, the lucky picks of, like, a superstar, an X Factor that I wasn't expecting? Max Barlow, I think it is strong safety. Wow, look at the hit power. It is strong safety we need in the future, so he will stay where he is. Maybe this will be a superstar. Damn, son. We never get lucky. Just never lucky. Put him at number 30, why not? And then the rest, were they all normal? They were not besides Stewart, who is a little raw, but I think automatic starter middle linebacker number 1, because the last guy we just had didn't go up in dev, so why continue to use him? And there it is. That's what I was looking for. One of those surprise superstar pluses. There you go. I mean, I guess the quarterback was, but at the same time, there was potential there. He was picked 2 overall and looked great. But yeah, another okay draft. I suppose when you get George Pickens on top of it, it's technically a win. Here is the Season 4 roster. Now that I really think about it, that trade for George Pickens probably wasn't the most realistic, right? Trading interdivisional. I know we've seen a lot of crazy interdivisional trades. I mean, have we seen one as crazy as this? Sorta, kinda, maybe. I mean, like I said, if George Pickens is seen as, you know, the Steelers aren't winning enough, he wants to go to a contender, and he's demanding a trade. If no one has given an offer like we did, you know, even if it's interdivisional, you kind of have to do it. From their standpoint, I can definitely see it. From our standpoint, it's actually more of a, like, unrealistic thing because we're giving them a chance at QB, which they didn't even take anyways, I don't think. So it's kind of irrelevant. O-line, we did not really do a good job of, right? We need a new left tackle. We can arguably need a new left guard. Definitely need a new right guard in the future. But we'll manage. We'll manage. Defensively, it looks great. Team looks great. So, just got to keep on pushing forward. We got depth now with Batch because, you know, Stewart's technically the starter. And, of course, you have Barlow as the strong safety potentially down the line. But, yeah, this is the team. We've got future-proofing done, and the team as is already pretty good. So, playoffs, I would hope. We'll see. Another season, another struggle. Mike Hall is asking for a lot of money, but he is pretty good. I wouldn't want to do more than 4 years, though, I don't think. Because, I mean, at this point, he's already being paid, like, max money anyways. 4-year, 136. It's a lot of money. Denzel Ward. They got Joe. Okay, so Joke is gone. We knew sooner or later this was going to happen. Denzel Ward, I'll go for a 1 year. Anything past that, though, I don't know if it's worth. And then Jerry Jeudy, I would maybe do a 1 year, but I think he's going to regress pretty hard, too. The offensive line, I think you let go. Maybe you keep Zinter, but I'm not 100% sure about that. We also have to pay the quarterback next year. So, I mean, I think based on looking at what the quarterback's about to be paid, we're pretty on point with, you know, what we project to be the guys we're keeping and not keeping. I think Jerry Jeudy is gone. I think Joke is 100% gone. And then I think maybe even the O-line's gone. So we had a better season, but I genuinely don't know what's going on with the sim. Like, this game is brain dead. This game is genuinely brain dead. The sim is getting worse by the years, dude. We just went 7-10 as a 90 overall. I got to take a look at the rest of the league. I got to see, are we just not actually as good as I thought? 83, 85, 82, 84, 88, 87, 87, 83, 83, 89, 88, 90, 87, 84, 86, 90, 90, what, that's us, 84, 86, 86, 85, 85, 87, 86. So we are one of the 3, I believe, 90 overall teams, and we went 7-10. Look at some of these records, by the way. 11-6 for the 85 overall Bills. Wait, why is it saying 11-6? We're not 11-6. Is that what they're projecting? Is that what's going on here? You talking about the year before? I don't even know, dude. But all I can tell you is this is ridiculous. I changed to the Chiefs scheme because it just wasn't working out with all the different schemes I was using. Hobart is ass, apparently. Hey, you know what? You want to know the craziest part about this is? You want to see the craziest thing? Our unluckiness is pretty bad. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? He's a 77 overall. I don't know. Let's take a look at our numbers and go on to the final season. The final one that I can physically stomach. I can't deal with anymore. Marshall, still not even that great. Pickens wasn't really worth the pick. Jerry Jeudy was okay. I almost called him George Jeudy. The knockoff. Wow, the left tackle was terrible. I mean, the rest of the O-line wasn't even that good either, to be fair. Maybe our O-line being bad really hurt us. D-line wasn't that good. Newsom was great. Should go to Superstar. Be great. Folds was much better than last year, but Hillquez was also much better than last year. I still just can't genuinely... How are we the 31st offense? What are you talking about, bro? I don't know. Let's take a look at any award wins. Stewart was a Rookie of the Year. And we move on to the final season, no matter what. To have the Browns do bad in Sim, but Deshaun Watson do goated... Some weird priorities EA has over there. I don't know what's going on. Ravens versus the Lions. Still don't know how this team's 7-10. I genuinely don't get it. We're not in the AFC West where you have to deal again, with the pretty stacked rosters of Kansas City and LA. Don't get me wrong, this is a tough division, but you can see the Bengals aren't even doing that good. So, you can see 11-6 Chiefs, 9-8 Chargers. Chargers didn't even make it at 9-8, to be fair. I mean, I get it. The AFC's tough, but, we're much better than the 7-10 Steelers, the 7-10 Raiders. I don't know. I really don't know why we're getting really unlucky, but we just have so far. Let's take a look at any retirements. We could have had a few, maybe. Thought maybe Wyatt Teller would have been potentially on the list, but since it's the final season, I'm going to play like the final season. I'm going to re-sign who I can for a reasonable enough price. Because obviously we'll have to pay them the next season, which you don't have to. 5th-year option for Hobart. Could do that, but it's probably about $55.60 per right now. You wait, it'll be $65.70 per, and it just doesn't save you anything in the long run. Jerry Jeudy did regress. He wants 1 year 40, or 3 year 40. I mean, this is overpaying him, but it's a 1 year type of thing. Really? I mean, obviously I'm not going to tag him. That tag is ridiculous. O-line, you could keep Teller for another year, and I probably will. Watch, I want free agency. You won't. 82 mil. We have plenty of money to re-sign the QB next year. Could get the punter back, but I mean, there's punters are dime a dozen. So let's go to free agency where maybe we can make a splash. Make a splash and make the playoffs. Maybe win a Super Bowl. I highly doubt it, but you just never know. Joke. I'm curious to see if they're actually offering him what he's wanting. Wow, that's crazy. Paying that much for an off-ball is unbelievable. Could argue just getting Branch and putting him at safety linebacker, but I don't think we're going to be spending money here because, I mean, even if we wanted Jerry Jeudy back, it's not worthy. Wiley is there. Not worth it, in my opinion. Just move everyone up a bump, and we'll be happy. Yeah, we're going to be... Well, maybe we'll grab a tackle. Outside of that, I'm not going to spend any money here. It's too costly. And we do get Jordan Morgan to play left tackle for us. A 2-year, $26 million deal. Hoping someone with a little bit more proven talent, especially the pass block department, will be solid for us as our offensive line play has dipped over the years. Need a new guard, but I suppose it's a little easier to find. Don't even need a linebacker technically because we got Baker. That's it. No, Batch. That's his name, not Baker. Batch, new right outside linebacker. Linebackers are fine, but probably will be a position we look at. Cornerback obviously is aging. Newsom goes to superstar. I should have looked at all the other devs. To be fair, Spruce, future cornerback, but not just yet. Ward is going to continue to be the cornerback. Number 2 this time, it seems. Delpit did regress, so Barlow might be the starter. D-line, nothing's really changed. And yeah, we still need O-line. O-line, maybe future-proof the wide receiver position. Even then, you got Jameson Williams as an 86 overall, which is, I mean, fair enough. Wasn't enough with Jerry Jeudy, apparently, but hopefully that'll be enough. Marshall, 86, 87. 86 overall. I mean, I guess we'll do the draft, but I don't know what more we could do. At this point, we've achieved, which is also curbed our development, meaning we're a lower overall than we could be, yet we're still really good. We do need a tight end, actually. And Joker needs to be replaced, now. All right, here we are. We have pick number 9. I mean, realistically, our need are multiple linemen, a linebacker, wide receiver, tight end. I think we could probably get a wide receiver late first, and even then, we probably don't need one just yet, but who the hell is this guy? Top 5 projected tackle. I don't see it. I do not see it. But yeah, don't really need edge yet. I know we do have a need for one in the future. Duncan looks great, so I'm going to try to go to... Really? Hackney sucks? I'm going to try to go to 22 and see where we're at. I mean, we could use tight end, just not really yet. it would just be future-proofing for next year, realistically. 21. I really want to get to 2021. 20 to 22, I suppose. But I'm not really getting that offer. Yeah, that's even worse. I mean, I think I have no choice but to go to Philadelphia here. They're giving me a first next year and a third this year. I could use that third to move up 6 spots, and I get, that whole first round next year. They go for J.R. Nicholson. That would have been, maybe a guy on our list. Jenkins is a 1-2 with a round 1 grade. He could literally go anywhere. Or not Jenkins, Duncan. So I'm probably going to move to like 20 range. And we do basically what I just said. We had to add a 4th round to it, but we basically moved from 9 to 21, gaining a first next year, which is probably slightly higher than value. Like slightly, ever so slightly. So, it works out for us. We're future-proofing a position we don't even need to worry about just yet, but I'm going to do it anyways. Deion Duncan. There's a little bit of rawness in there. Oh, wait, his speed on the left side worsened? I don't even care. I don't care. I just don't. 11 and true value, 90 speed, 95. We basically got ourselves a Mike Evans. I could have sworn left side it said his speed was good. But I don't care. We got ourselves a hidden dev with, true talent rank of 11. He was a true talent 1. It makes sense. That tight end, like I said, we're future-proofing a position we don't even technically need to yet. Hackney goes. That's one of them. The other guy looked a little bit better, so I didn't scout him further. But the tight end is Compton, Arian Compton. He looks great. I'm going to take a look at what else we have here because, if we trade up here, we don't really have much going on for the later portions where we probably need a couple of linemen. So, I don't know. I think it's worth trading up because the other tight ends I have, they are actually pretty bad. Like, they're not very fast. Like, they're not terrible. It's just they're not very fast. So, I think we will trade up if the price is right, because we can just go with someone else later in the 3rd round. But we're going to trade up with the Panthers, see if it costs us. I don't know, dude. We lost that 3rd round pick. I don't think we can afford this trade up. I think we need to trade down. You know what? I think we're going to trade down, actually. I think we're going to trade down to late 2nd. Land, even though the guy's a little bit on the slower side, just land ourselves a decent-looking tight end, even if he's not that fast. Could be like 83, 84 speed, which isn't bad. It's just, not elite. Safety's not really on my list, but if you got a round 1 there, I've got to hear it out. It's not actually terrible. Could be 89, 90 speed. But I think with this... Wait, Compton's still there. Oh, well, then I'm taking Compton. That's the easy... Oh, my. Completely forgot we wanted to trade down, but that's worth it. Hidden dev. We wanted to trade down. We didn't. The value is there for Compton. Why not? He's a 1-2. For some reason, I thought we already traded down, but that's all right because I was going to trade up for him, so him still being there is still a win. O-line. We need a tackle, and unfortunately, every single player I scout is either really late, 2nd round type tackles, or just all interior linemen. So what do you do with that information? I don't know. Gibbs, not that strong. I was hoping he would be strong because that 330 weight. Unfortunately, not going to be the case. 302 at 6'2", or 6'3", anyways. Very raw. What else do you have? Which is weird because he's the 2-3. You have Durbin, who looks the best of the bunch. I'm going to take Clayton Durbin. 70, true talent with a hidden dev. Not the best work we've ever seen. We're going back to the old Isaiah Wynn days. Short tackle. And the center, Andrew Kuhn, is still there, so why not? He looks great as well, so we're going to trade up for him. All right, we trade the rest of our draft this year and a couple of 7ths next year. We're already dipping into next year. That'll be our final selection. We don't really need anyone else anyways, so we'll be fine. What was that strong safety? 2-3. Thought it was at 1-2. He didn't really like that fast, but wasn't fast enough. Andrew Kuhn's going to be the choice. Please be hidden. 63 true talent. Also hidden. There you go. There's a dub. Not a bad draft. We only drafted 4 players, but they were all decent looking. They're all hidden dev, I suppose. Deion Duncan. It's going to be hard not to start him, especially with Jameson playing the slot this whole time anyways. Might have to start him just because he has a chance at winning Rookie of the Year, and you win Rookie of the Year, you automatically go up to Superstar, and everything's good. And yeah, he is definitely star dev, so that would be the case. He would go to Superstar. Compton, I'm going to have a hard time not starting him. I drafted him high 2nd. Njoku's really just regressed pretty hard. Star dev, really wish he was Superstar Plus. I would have made it feel a little bit better, but I don't know what I want to do there. Durbin, we actually technically don't need a tackle because we got Jordan Morgan to be playing there, but we got needs across the line. Did we get Wyatt Teller back? I think we let him go. Could be a free agent for all we know, though. I'm going to move Kuhn over to right guard. That guy we just looked at, we probably should have put him at center. But Kuhn, right guard. Dev is star development. That's the draft. Not our best work, but some pretty solid players, and gained an extra first-round pick for next year, which will likely not even be seen by us. 5-year rebuilds are the way, but maybe if I see something I like, if I feel like we've been wronged and we have a chance to do those wrongs, undo those wrongs, if you will, maybe I will. And we do keep Wyatt Teller. That's correct, actually, so that's fine. Durbin will be center. Actually, he might be left guard in the future, so I'm just going to keep him there for now. All right, Season 5 coming up. Here we go for Season 5. The team's got a bunch of new youngster names. Just feels like we're replacing new players every year because the numbers aren't good enough to get dev-ups for players that could keep them around longer, like Jerry Jeudy. He had a couple of seasons where it felt like maybe he should have gotten that dev-up and didn't. And because of that, we weren't able to keep him because the regression started and the long-term contract he was requesting wasn't really worth it. But yeah, there's some ups and some downs, but overall, this team was tied for the top team in the league overall-wise, and it's just starting to regress a bit, and because we're losing, we're not really getting the XP we should, we're not getting the morale boost we should. This team should be a playoff team every single year, even in this division, and with that, we should have made a couple of, playoff wins happen by now. Another strugglesome one, unfortunately. Hobart, contract. How much is it per year? 48. $49 million per year on 7, even though he's played like ass, let's be real, is totally worth it. Ward, maybe. Marshall, for sure. Running back's hard to get, even though he hasn't been super great or consistent. Williams, you could probably do a 2-year and feel comfortable. Right? 2 years, 27. I'm glad he took it. Not bad. $47 million left. Slaughter, we've been losing linemen here and there, so, $36 million over 4 is not terrible. $39 million left. Delpit's for sure gone. Babber, we kind of wasted his opportunities. We really did. Teller, if he's still good, maybe gets an extra year. And everyone else, for the most part, we brought Nick Chubb back, is all basically backups. So we actually have a lot more money than I thought. Oh, this kicker is goated, though. He's kind of goated with a 4-year 26. Oh, come on, man. We'd have $33 million left. We'd have to replace Ward, which we technically already have the replacement for. And we already have the replacement for Delpit. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the good teams are kind of struggling. Like, the Cowboys here are 9-7, I think. So, it's just tough. It's tough going for the good teams, apparently. As we do lose, probably getting the Cowboys into the playoffs. But let's take a look. You got the Chiefs at 11-6. We're 10-7. The Ravens miss at 9-8. The Jets miss at 9-8. The Dolphins are out at 8-9. The Houston Texans are out at 8-9. It might just be tough in this conference, and that's what's really causing us to feel underappreciated. But at the same time, look at these losses, man. Losing to the Eagles. Like, we're not losing to the division, though. The conference, losing to the Eagles and the Commanders, specifically the Commanders, is almost unacceptable. But I suppose there are a lot of AFC losses in there as well. But you can obviously see we barely sneak into the playoffs. Can we do any damage? I don't know. Hobart! 40 touchdowns, 14 picks, 4,200 yards. Had to go to the OG the Chiefs playbook. Marshall over 1,000 yards, 4.4 yards per carry with 8 touchdowns. Duncan is more than Rookie of the Year. He may even be best wide receiver, which could lead to multiple dev-ups. Could go straight to X Factor. O-line was actually really good. Jordan Morgan stepped up great. D-line, we have 2 guys in the double digits. Mentor and Stewart specifically. Wait, that's the wrong guy. This Stewart, really kind of disappointing so far. Really not doing much. Newsome already a superstar, could go to X Factor. Folds was literally perfect. And apparently, even though we have Howie Urban, Folds was also the punter. He was, hey, you want to make a 4-year, $28 million deal? You're playing both, apparently. MVP goes to Anthony Richardson. That's a cool name drop. Don't really see him win it too often. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. Duncan, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no. QB of the Year at 8. Really? The season we just had was 8th. 40 touchdowns. Okay, sure. Running back at 6. Wide receiver at 2. O-line at 10. D-line at 1 and 4. Linebacker at 5 and 9. Surprise Batch is on the list. Good job. Newsom at 5. Kicker at 2. Didn't even win Kicker of the Year with a perfect kicking season. But we're in the playoffs. Can we make something significant happen? We're 2 overalls higher than the Bills. See what happens to him. Going to the end of the game, the Buffalo Bills have had some success, especially on offense, throughout this rebuild, as their defense is eating us alive. It's 10-0. We have scored 0 points at half. Nice. We finally put up some points. It's 7-10. We'll say our defense is equally doing pretty well, although now we're down by 10. I don't know what just happened, but we're up by 4. Apparently a defensive touchdown, I would guess. Of course, the Bills will not go quietly in the night. 2nd and 19, 3rd and 14, 4th and 8. I mean, they did set that up pretty perfectly. They're wasting the clock, though, as if they're okay with a field goal. You can go for the win, my dude. Do you want to win the game? Watch the clock's running. Multiple runs while you could win the game is beyond crazy to me. And we can't get that ball off, so now we take a sack. 4 from one player. Sweet. I mean, I got sacked by that player, so, I mean, what am I supposed to say? I guess it's realistic. And did he catch it? Duncan to the corner. Touchdown, Browns. The Bills will have 20 seconds to make something happen. They probably will, too. I genuinely don't know if they did. And we win the game 28-24. I think the AI could have done it on its own. They just wouldn't have, and that's the problem. That's why we came in. Hobart was amazing. Josh Allen, 2 touchdowns. You know what? With a name like Hobart, I don't even know if I want him to win the Super Bowl. It's just not a QB name. Look at the lines, though. DeWand was terrible. Stanley was ass as well. These 2 tackles put on a performance for the ages. The absolute clown show. What are we doing? Our tackle legit gave it up. Theirs, I think, is just getting bullcrap credit against him. But our tackle gave up what seems to be 4.5 sacks to Greg Rousseau, who is a very good player, but holy crap. Get the clown hat on. The mask. The dunce hat is firmly secure, my guy. Of course, going against the Bengals, the division rivals, we're higher overall, but not by much. If we can win this game, it'll be a win. And on the other side, it's actually only the Colts and the Jaguars, which, I mean, they're not the easiest teams in the world, but, you know, obviously no Ravens because they didn't even make the playoffs. No Chiefs. Like, what's happening? What is genuinely happening? 14-3, not a bad start. 14-10, please don't do it to me. Please don't choke this away. Only I can choke physically playing the game, not watching it. 21-10. I mean, it's looking good, and it will be good. Defeating the division rival Bengals on top of it. That's a dub. As we're headed to the championship round, this automatically kind of redeems the rebuild a little bit, despite the fact that we traded for George Pickens interdivisional. But, you know, George Pickens is a bit of a character. He's a bit of a personality, so there's definitely some things that could cause him to be traded, even to the interdivisional rival. And obviously we were offering the best package, so if you're, let's say, bottom barrel, which I'm not saying the Steelers are, but they were pretty bad at the time in this sim, and you're looking up, you probably don't really care whose hand is reaching out, right? As long as you're getting help. And man, that was kind of philosophical, dude. I'm going to be real with you. That was pretty deep. Of course, they're taking on the Jaguars, 90 overall to their 87. We've made the championship round. It's technically a dub. I'm not letting anyone take it away from me. Unless you're really nice about it, then you can have it. Jaguars up 7. We counter with 7. They counter with 3. We counter with 7. We are better businessmen. 17-14. Halftime. Okay, I just had to speak. 20-14 means we're down 6. A little bit of back and forth. We cannot score, and this is probably where it ends. We lose to the 10-7 like us, Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, it's not over 4 minutes left. We need to stop, though. 31, it's got to be here. It has to be here. It's not even about, like, the yards, you know, whatever. It's just they're in field goal range almost. And even then, I mean, it really is just about getting the stop. And we're going to bring the whole house and get it. Timeout. Just need a touchdown. Let's see what the AI can do. Does the AI have the clutch gene? I know I don't, so better them than me. Clock is dripping. Man, the clock is really moving pretty far for a team that's not moving very far. It's almost like it's completely made up or something. It's kind of weird. Like, the numbers that we were seeing go just don't really reflect... Wow, there's just nobody open. Doesn't really reflect the way we move the ball, you know? It was almost insinuating that a sack lasted 40 seconds on offense, which is, I mean, like, unless we're really stupid, that shouldn't be the case. And that will be wide open. Went for the possession. Call a timeout. To the 17-yard line. The fate of humanity is a very important play. Clock is running. You know, play clock is not, it's not the clock running, it's the play clock running. I'm scared. Do we really go to Duncan? Do we go to Pitts? Do you not just max protect? You know what? I don't think you max protect. I think you put Compton out wide and you force him into the end zone just to keep him true and potentially have an option there. Got to go to Duncan. Donkey! Did he not catch it? Wait! Did he? He must not have brought it down. That's a hell of a throw. Wait! This is a touchdown! Hold on! Somebody wake those refs up! They got something to look at. Ah! What? Wait! We've been scammed! Yo, are you kidding me? Left foot, down. Right foot, down. What are we saying here? That tiny little, like, shade of white? That's not real. Did he drop it on the way down or something? Oh, this ref needs to be punched in the nose. This guy can't see. This girl can't see. She needs some glasses. What is she waving at? And, of course, I don't even have, like, a play I want. Well, we can always just turn this into something. Duncan on the corner. Slant for you. And everyone else blocks. Do I even like a slant for him? I don't know if he gets deep enough on a slant. Can we do... I really don't want double corner there. Oh, God. Just slant him. All right. For all the marbles. Oh, no. Yeah, I tried to throw that over him, and it didn't really go. Okay. This is kind of the way we lost in our freaking Patriots franchise. Bull crap ref call. Clearly not a fumble. Call the fumble. That was a catch. I don't know what to tell you. One of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. Like, the fumble one in our Patriots franchise, I could kind of see it. I could kind of see, like, I was like, okay, the timing is like, video games aren't perfect. I can live with that concept. I get it. It is what it is. But it's kind of hard to tell. It's like, is the ball out? Do they consider that out? You know, it's not perfect to the T, but you can kind of see the way, like, the player kind of moves. It feels like something changed. But with this one, I just genuinely think the game got it wrong. And I can't challenge it because it's within 2 minutes. I can't booth review something. It maybe even could be caused by the fact that I did instant replay, but I'm pretty sure that even then, you still get that. Regardless, though, I mean, I'd consider it a win, and it was a hell of a freaking ride there at the end. But, yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Did you guys think that was a catch? I mean, it looked like a catch to me. I mean, there's, like, the slightest fade of whites, but I don't think that counts. I mean, if we're counting that, like, tiny fading of white, we're beyond lost. Like, get the computer robots out now. They're going to be perfect, so might as well bring them out. Get rid of all human error, which, I mean, adds to the drama. The Jaguars win the Super Bowl over the Bengals. The Panthers, let's take a look at our DevUps. Unfortunately, cannot make it past the championship round, but it's still a success, I would argue. Welcome to Pickens, a guy that we obviously drafted and developed, right? Not the Steelers. Really good catching, pretty good route running, release is a little iffy, but pretty good receiver. Didn't really do a whole lot for us. Duncan went off. I don't know how he's only a superstar, to be honest, but he killed it. He's not great at deep route, but he's pretty good. I can't believe he caught a game tire / winner if we would have, went for 2. And they just said, nah, dude, you didn't catch it. What can I tell you? It was no go. Let's take a look at Marshall. I haven't even seen how he's developed. Juke move only went up 1, I believe, but super athletic, super jukey. Break tackle's terrible, though. 80. I don't know if you've seen that. Jameson Williams, an 88 overall. I mean, considering he's been on and off rosters, backup, starter, it's actually not bad. His catching's a little iffy, but really good route running, decent release. Compton, only an 78 overall, but the future of tight end. Really wonder what Njoku. So when you have a chance to re-sign Njoku, don't make it more than 2 years, if possible. Did he retire? Wait, Njoku retired? Maybe he was old enough. I don't think he was, though. Here's Hobart. Obviously, he's unbelievable, even though he didn't really play like that for the longest time. He finally had a really good year for us this latest season. O-line, is there anyone we give a crap about here? I guess DeJuan Jones, maybe real life. 28 years old, 84 overall. Pass block finesse is terrible, but everything else is actually really damn good. Then you move on to the defensive side of the ball, where you see Martin Emerson played a really good role as a safety. Unbelievable zone coverage, 90 to be exact. Lost a little bit of ratings there with a regression, but he's still great. We look at the rest of the defense now with Barlow. I can't believe they still have issues like that, too, where you can't just stay on. Look at that hit power. You can't stay on defense. Like, hitting right bumper every time you back out is crazy. Like, that's not like a design. I mean, if it is, well, holy crap. Some of the people that make decisions have been playing, tackle football without a helmet on. Batch, pretty good stuff. But, yeah, I mean, just that issue where, it constantly goes back. And then the new draft issue for fantasy drafts, I believe, where it starts off at scout status instead of the overall. Like, what are we doing, dude? Like, can we just have, working things? Like, let's just have, fair stuff. Let's just not do that. Dawson, 89 overall. I can't believe how well the linebackers developed, though. Like, normally we grab some linebackers, they fade into the distance, but these guys actually did really well. Very high overalls. Corners, Ward regressed hard. He has, but he's still good. Kind of curious to see what kind of player he is still. A 32-year-old man who's really good. I mean, he's a good player, so he would be worth re-signing. I probably wouldn't. I would just use Spruce. The Spruce is loose. Greg Newsome starting to regress as well, 89 overall. The golden era of having these godly corners is already ending. Feels like it only just begun. Got to the championship round, no further. We see regressions across the board, so not saying that if you didn't get it this year, it's never going to happen, but it almost feels like that way anyways. Take a look at the rest of the D-line. Of course, Stewart really never put up a good performance for us yet. He's a high overall, 93 power move, 79 block shed. His best season was 7.5. Oh, it's 9.5 actually. But last year, this latest season was terrible, so it's kind of irrelevant putting up a 9.5 when you put up terrible the rest. Michael Hall was great, though, but we'll have to first take a look at Myles Garrett. Obviously, kind of regressed, but just kind of taking a look at what his point of overall is at this point in this rebuild, which is impressive that he's that good still. Going to go to mentor because I want to save the best for last. Mr. Mike Hall, he's good. He's good. He's 99 everything probably because he was 96, 93, 95 or something before. 98 overall. He actually is. I don't know what that voice sounded like, but 99 block shed, 99 power move, 99 finesse move, 99 tackle, 99 play rank, 99 awareness, 99 pursuit, 99 hit power. That is the most 99s I've ever seen, especially when you consider his starting point. Of course, strength isn't any better, and maybe speed went up a little bit, but that's absurd. I've never seen that. Never seen it. Literally never seen it. I think it's just... No, I was about to say I think it's Speed Rusher upgrade, but it can't be because it's not even his highest overall, but Speed Rusher has been really good for me this year, but wow. Yeah, never came anything close to that. Low 70s turning into a literal 99 everything for the ratings that matter is insane. 99 hit power as well? This guy's cracked out. This guy's the GOAT. Of course, a little inconsistent at times, but that's fine. Skylar Folds, hope she does. Have a good day. 99 kick power, 97 accuracy. Skylar White, yo. Anyways, that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me at Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. And yeah, as far as what you want to see next for a rebuild, let me know in the comment section below. Do you want to see a challenge rebuild? Do you want to see a regular rebuild? Which team you want to see next? I know there's been some suggestions. Still got to do a Cowboys rebuild. I keep getting that one. Being a pest long enough, it'll get me to do it and be fine. It really doesn't. I just, feel like the longer I put off the really, really, really good teams is the longer I'm just going to not do it because other teams, woes come up. It's rebuilding the Jacksonville Jaguars without Trevor Lawrence because he's injured or something along those lines, That usually ends up coming up. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if this was uploaded Thursday or if this is uploaded on a different day. Plan on uploading on Thursday, and I, did the goal for the Patriots preseason. But I figured if that isn't hit, if that is hit, I'm not going to do a double upload on the NFL Week 1 regular season start, But enough yapping. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, there'll be a lot of content over the weekend, if this isn't already the weekend. See ya! And of course, I wanted to thank the members of the channel. So far, we have 7 members. If, by the time you're watching this, you join the membership and you're like, hey, where's my shout out? You'll be in the next video, so don't you worry about it. But so far, Jonathan Smith, Ollie Hayes, Lance Raymond, Warmaster777, Combine Legend, Urban X Gamer 521, and then Matthew Beseth. I'm going to butcher that name until you tell me how to say it. One of those is probably right, okay? It probably is. But anyways, thanks, guys, a ton. And for any future members, appreciate you as well. And appreciate you just for watching in general. But that's about it. See ya.